If you want to throw a great party on a budget, then this episode is for you. Well, we all love a good party, don't we? And we all would love to be able to host a great party, whether it's a wedding shower, a baby shower, maybe a birthday party for your kids or your spouse, or even your own wedding. Unless you're like Monica and you refuse to call your wedding a party. Remember when she was like, Chandler, if you call my wedding a party one more time, you may not be invited. Friends? Anyone? Friends? Anyways, when you are throwing a party, there are two filters to be thinking about, okay? So there's the money filter and the motivational filter. So depending on where you are financially, that's going to affect what kind of party you're going to throw. And listen, there's a lot of life events to celebrate. It's so fun. We love confetti, we love balloons, but you have to be responsible when it comes to your money. And also you want to make sure that your motivation is in the right spot. Now, if you're paying off debt or you're saving up for your emergency funds, then your party is probably going to look a little different than those of you who have no debt, a fully funded emergency fund, and you're like rocking and rolling, okay? But neither party is right or wrong. It's all dependent upon where you are financially. And it reminded me of the story of Jay-Z when he was like in the news a few months ago, because he took a bunch of people out and threw this big party and spent $100,000 at this one restaurant. And people were like losing their minds. I was like, well, I wonder how rich Jay-Z is. I mean, he's married to Queen Bee, so I mean, like, he's got to be doing pretty good, right? I mean, like, he's a smart guy. And so I looked, Jay-Z himself, he made $42 million last year. $42 million, like $1 million, but 42 times in just a year. I mean, like, a lot of money. It's a lot of money. So he spent $100,000 in one night. Okay, so what if you just took some zeros off? That would be like someone who makes $420,000 a year spending $1,000 on a party. Or if you're making $42,000 a year, spending $100 on a party. $100. That's what you spend when you walk into Target. Yes, I know you, yes. So, I mean, $100. I mean, like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, Jay-Z, you go spend $100,000. I think you're okay. And you know what? You could probably spend it every night for the next 2 weeks, and you're still gonna be fine, right? So again, it's ratio. So if you can pay for a great party, then go and have it. But if you can't, then your party's gonna be more on a budget, which is still okay. And remember, people are coming to your party because they love you, not all the stuff you're doing to throw the party, okay? So remember that. So when you're looking at a party to throw, and you're like, how much can I spend? Remember our filters, right? The money filter and the motivation filter. So if you have the money, but your motivation is just because you want to post on Instagram and get a lot of likes, not great motivation. So check yourself. Or if you have the money and your motivation really is that I want to throw a great party for my friends, or I want to throw a cute 1-year-old birthday party for my 1-year-old, and I love to create things. Good motivation, good money, good to go. Great. Or if you don't have the money, then I don't care what your motivation is. Your party's gonna be on a budget. And again, that is okay. So I have learned for myself that I have fallen into both traps when it comes to party planning. And I remember the first party I threw when Winston and I moved to Nashville in our house, it was kind of a disaster. So Winston and I had moved to Nashville. We had been in our house for maybe like 4 months. And we got part of a small group at church, and it's all these new people. And it was right around Christmas time. And everyone's like, oh, you know, we should do a small group Christmas party. And I was like, we can host. Okay, I'm like 22 years old, right? Like we just got out of college, just starting jobs, like just, we don't even have furniture in our house, people. Okay, this is like where we're at in life. But I was like, no, we can throw a great party. This is great. So then I leave the small group after we've decided we're gonna throw the party. And I just kind of go in this spiral. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, everyone's gonna come to our house and what are they gonna expect? It has to be really nice and really great. So I went to Pottery Barn and I spent who knows how much on placemats and cloth napkins and even the napkin rings, like all this stuff. You guys, we did not have the money for me to go to Pottery Barn and spend on like placemats, okay? It was not a wise decision, but I was doing it because I really was like, oh my gosh, these people have to think that I'm great, really. And then I asked my sweet mother of a great recipe because I wanted to cook a homemade meal. why, I don't know, bad motivation. Remember? Bad motivation. And my mom was like, oh, this is the easiest chicken recipe ever. And it was some chicken recipe, but you gotta like fry it on the stove and then you put it and bake it and then you do all this other stuff while it's baking and it's supposed to be the most easiest, best chicken recipe ever. Well, it was like 5 minutes before people were coming. I had like watery spinach in the crock pot, some crock pot recipe I tried to make, and my chicken was like, it looked disgusting. And so I made Winston taste it and he was like, babe, I don't even think it's done. And it wasn't, it was like still raw in the middle. Within 5 minutes, people were coming at 6:30. It was like 6:23. And I was breaking down. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so bad. So Winston had to go to Publix, true story, and buy rotisserie chickens because and that's all we ate was just chicken. Like we didn't even have sides, we had nothing. It was a disaster. It really was. And I look back and I was like, that was so silly of me. But I was in this cycle of wanting to impress everyone. I really was. And then I contrast that with just 2 weeks ago, I had 8 girlfriends over. We made pasta and a salad, sat and drank wine. I don't even know if there were placemats. Actually, I think there were placemats that I had gotten from the first party I ever threw. But there were paper napkins and we all just sat around and talked and it was so fun. I mean, there was nothing. There was no flowers. There was nothing exciting about it, but I just wanted to throw a girls' night out. And we had such a good time. And it's just that reminder, you guys, that you can have a great experience inviting people over, hosting, whether it's a shower or it's just a girls' night out, whatever it is. And the people that are coming are there for you. And that's their expectation. So do not feel like you have to spend a crazy amount of money, because even if you did and everything went right and the chicken actually was made correctly in the first party, the night still would have gone through and I would have been like, I guess it was okay, because my motivation was so off. So have the great motivation and don't feel like you have to spend a ton of money. And so that's one reason I am so excited that Courtney from Pizzazzery is coming on the show next to show us how we can throw a great party on a budget. Hey guys, I am here with Courtney from Pizzazzery, and we're gonna talk all about how to throw a great party. So thanks for being here.
Excited to be here.
This is so fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna walk through how to throw a great tailgating party, a baby shower, and a birthday party. And thanks to my friends Home Chef for making this segment possible. So this first party is a tailgate party.
Football.
I'm so ready for
so
football.
Excited.
So great. Okay,
Yes.
so you have some great tips of how to
Yes.
host a great tailgating party.
Stay on budget. So first thing is don't feel obligated or, like you have to go to your favorite burger joint or barbecue place to get food for the crowd, because it'll get expensive and fast. So make large dish recipes for a crowd, like pasta salad, a lot of burgers, a lot of hot dogs. Kind of make a few things and just make a lot of them that are easy, crowd-pleasing favorites.
Instead of small things,
Yes.
big, you'll save
Big
money
batch.
that way.
Absolutely.
Love it. Okay, tip number 2.
Number 2, instead of going to the party store where the prices are raised a little bit, head to the dollar store for your team's colors in plates, napkins, cups,
I love
and coloring.
that. That's actually
Yep.
that's so great, because this plate would be orange if it's up to me. Go Vols. But instead of it feeling you have to buy the logo tee
Yes,
or
you
all of
need
that,
to.
you just get
stay in your color scheme.
And it's more simple.
Yes.
And I kind of like that too.
Yeah.
Keep it classy, people.
Yeah.
It's great. And
Love
cheap.
it.
It's wonderful.
Absolutely.
Okay. And last tip for a tailgating party.
At the grocery store, don't feel like you have to buy the brand name everything. So
That's good.
buy the store brand, because you'll save a few dollars here and there, and it really adds up when you're throwing a big tailgate party.
Yes. I mean, mustard is mustard.
Yes, it's all the same.
It's all the same.
So just get the store brand and it'll be awesome.
So great.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Before we head inside, we're probably gonna eat all this food.
Absolutely.
It smells so good. All right, next up we have baby showers, which
Yes.
is my season of life.
Absolutely. I love to throw baby showers. It's so
Yes.
fun. One of my favorite types of parties to throw.
So great. Okay, so number 1 tip is,
Clear glass or white cake stands and trays.
I love that.
Because you can get them one time, from Home Goods, Target, and then you can use them for any occasion, any color scheme. They'll always work.
Reuse. And I think it makes them look beautiful.
Yes.
I feel like it just makes it look clean and classy.
Goes with
It's great.
everything.
Yes.
Yes, perfect.
So great. All right, tip number 2.
Food. Don't feel like you have to serve a whole meal at a baby shower. 3 to 4 appetizers, cupcakes or a cake, and you're done.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be a lot. The
Which is
people
so
are there-
inexpensive,
Yes.
by the way. Finger foods, praise Jesus, hallelujah.
Yes, and you'll end up with leftover food. It always happens, because they're there to see that mom to be.
Yes, they don't eat it.
Yes, they're busy kind of watching her open the gifts. So that's kind of what the focus is.
Okay, so with food, do you like doing more of a brunch or an
Yes.
afternoon?
I like brunch because I think it's fun. People have normally had breakfast. They're not looking for a second breakfast. So just a
Yes.
few little pickup things, fruit, and then you're good to go. And it's
So
kind of a
great.
fun time of day to kind of celebrate mom-to-be.
Love it. Finger foods on the clear and white.
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay, so last tip is?
Flowers.
Yes.
Don't feel like you have to spend a ton of money at a florist.
This one does stress me out a little bit.
It can rack up fast.
Yes.
But you can do it yourself. Just visit a couple grocery stores and then
Grocery
use
stores.
smaller vases to kind of spread out flowers across your table
Okay.
and add greenery. I've even picked some stems from my own yard to kind of add greenery and fluff up a few little arrangements.
I love that.
And it's easy.
Yes, and so,
Yes.
and things like Costco even. I have seen Costco
Yes.
when I've walked by, I'm like, their flowers actually are beautiful. Like,
Yes.
It's great, yes.
It's much more affordable. And one thing I love to do is let the mom-to-be take home the flowers so she can use them to kind of brighten up her home while
Yes.
she waits for baby's arrival. Yes.
Okay, so good. Well, I love these tips. They feel so doable and
Yep.
affordable. Great. Okay, so coming up next, we have
Tips for birthday parties.
birthday parties.
So fun.
Constant, yes,
Yep.
love it. All right, this is adorable.
Thanks. I love birthday
So
parties.
cute.
They're my favorite.
Yes. Okay, so tip number one.
Tip number one is party printables. You can make your own and you don't have to be super artsy craftsy.
That's so
you just
good.
need a printer and some cardstock. And they even have some really fun like calligraphy fonts online for free
Yes.
that you can kind of add and decorate. And they can still be really simple and it kind of adds that polished look to the party.
So cute. And actually, I'm really excited because our team created these printables, you guys, for you. So this banner, these name cards, and some other stuff. They're adorable and free, so make sure to click the link below to check those out. All right, tip number two.
Number two, plan the time of your party carefully. So if
Okay.
you don't want to have to serve a whole meal, so just like the baby shower, do it
Yes.
in like the afternoon. Cake, a few snacks, and you're good. You don't have to serve a full dinner to the neighborhood for a birthday party.
So good. Okay, so one number, I can't remember which kid it was. Was it the first birthday of Caroline, maybe? But we did pizza, because I love pizza.
Yes.
And I ordered a ton, and it was like kind of expensive.
Yes.
When I got the total in the app, I was like, oh gosh.
Like
okay.
it adds up.
I know, like Pirates Booty,
Right.
Chex Mix, just call
Yes,
it a day.
yes, and cake. They're all there for the cake anyway,
Yes.
and so you don't have to kind of serve a full-on meal. So
So good.
plan the time of your party, like 2 to 4 p.m., and then
Okay.
you kind of get out of the whole full meal thing.
I love
So,
it, love
yep.
it. Okay, last but not least.
Cake. So one of my very favorite tips for birthday parties is kind of decorate your own cake. So instead of going to like an expensive bakery, head to the grocery store bakery and ask for a white buttercream cake. It'll be the cheapest thing because they didn't add a lot of the decorations.
Brilliant.
And
Yes.
add your own. So whether it's just inexpensive candies or a few extra floral blooms or a fun little printable sign, decorate
Yes.
it yourself.
So cute. I mean, like that cake, adorable.
And then it can match your theme and you're not trying to like match colors with the bakery, just do it yourself.
So great. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're a mom and you're party planning and all of
Yes.
this. Okay, so what do you do? Like, what's your number one tip when you have a party, like the week of, that keeps you sane? What do you do?
Yes, it can be hard, but it can be done. You just have to schedule everything carefully. So don't leave
Good.
things to the last minute. So coordinating with my husband, like if he has my little one, like I'm working like crazy. And when she goes down at night, working like crazy. So you can get
Yes.
it all done. You just have to do it in the time slots that are right for the family schedule.
That's so good. I was throwing a shower for my friend a few weeks ago, and I feel like my biggest stress point was dinner because I prep every night of like, what are we gonna do for dinner? So Home Chef for me has literally saved us. Or it did, especially that week. So I was like, okay, good. I know my food's gonna be here. And what's gonna be for
Yeah.
dinner? Yes, you guys, I'm seriously obsessed. Because not only does it have 18 fresh choices to choose from every single week, but they deliver straight to your home. And the recipes are so easy to follow, and they send you all the ingredients so you don't ever have to wonder if you have everything you need for dinner, on top of keeping track of everything you need for your party. So get $30 off your first order of Home Chef today by clicking the link below or go to homechef.com/Rachel. Courtney, I'm obsessed with Home Chef so much that I wanted to give you a gift for being here.
Thank
So here's a
you.
gift card for you.
Thank you.
Yes, and I hope you love them as much as I do.
Thank you.
But for real, thanks for coming on today and
Thanks.
helping us with
It was a blast.
all party needs. We
Yep.
love you.
Thanks.
Wasn't Courtney great? I loved all her tips, and she was just so stinking fun. Loved it. So when it comes to throwing some great parties, those were some great tips. But the biggest party you're probably ever gonna throw is your wedding day. Yep, the wedding. Now listen, people on average in America today are spending $35,000 according to the knot.com. Some of you are probably like, what? And others of you are like, that's it? But yes, that's it. That's the average. So when you're looking at your budget when it comes to your wedding, because you need a budget, here are just some really high level recommended percentages. And again, recommended percentages. You can change these, just recommended when it comes to this whole industry. Your reception, you're probably gonna spend around 55% of your budget. Yep. The dancing, the bands, The DJ, the food, the venue, all of it, expensive, more than half your budget. The ceremony, around 12%. Photography, 10%. A wedding planner, 10%. Now, the wedding planner is one, if you're on a super tight budget, you can cut, but it's amazing to have one because you don't have to be the bad guy on your wedding day. Some other ladies telling every Uncle Henry to get in line, and it's not you doing it. So it's great to have if you can. Your dress and tux will be about 8%. Have a miscellaneous category because you never know what's going to come up, and make that about 5%. So again, high level look at your budget. But at those of you on a super tight budget, here are some great ways to save money when you're planning for your wedding. Number one, limit your guest list. And this is a hard one. I remember even with our wedding, we were like, yes, let's invite all these people. It's so fun. And then you start looking at the money and you're like, oh, every person is so expensive. And it got so bad, you guys, to the point that when people declined to come to our wedding, we were like, yes, oh, thank God. I mean, it's kind of bad. But listen, limit all of the stress and just limit the guest list. Number two, host the ceremony or reception at home or outside. This makes the venues really inexpensive. Unless you're going to some really fancy vintage bar now, everyone's doing a lot of weddings outside. Those venues can get really expensive. So when I mean outside, I mean a free field or someone's backyard. Some of our best friends got married in her backyard, and it was so great. They strung lights up, and it was perfect, and it was so good, and you don't have to pay for a venue. Number three, ask friends and family to exchange skills for presents. Now, this is a great one if you have really creative friends, because I understand that it can get uncomfortable to ask people to do it. So if you're uncomfortable with that, don't. But you'll find that a lot of your friends and family, if they're good at something, they're gonna offer and be like, hey, I would love to help you with this. And maybe they won't do it completely for free, but you can for sure get a deep discount. Number four, do it yourself whenever possible. Don't go over the top, because you actually can spend a lot of money doing DIY projects. So be wise with it and look and see, okay, what are small things I can do on my own inexpensively? Number five, this is one of my favorites. Use a dummy wedding cake. Okay, I didn't know about this when I got married, and I wish I had, but so many weddings we're going to now, it's a beautiful cake, and the top part where the bride and groom cut, or in the middle, is real, but that's it. And then they have sheet cake in the back that they go and serve people, and it's so inexpensive, so you're not spending a ton on wedding cake. Number six, time your wedding wisely. If it's over a large meal, over dinner, you're gonna be spending more on food. So think about what time your wedding is gonna be. Number seven, scout out vendors. So go get prices from 2 or 3 different people. If you have photographers, say, okay, I'm gonna price out 3 different photographers and their packages they have, or I'm gonna look at 2 or 3 wedding venues and look at the prices. So scout around and look, and hey, it's never a bad idea to ask for a deal. You can negotiate sometimes. So ask for that deal and make sure you scout out those vendors. So for all you newlyweds out there, or even if you're not a newlywed, maybe you've been married for 30 years, one of the best pieces of advice I can give you when it comes to your marriage is to take Financial Peace University. This is the best course, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna learn everything about money. We talk about budgeting, getting out of debt, getting on the same page with your money, talking about real estate, and even things like insurance. You learn it all. But insurance is a really specific one that's really important, because having term life insurance is something that you can't afford not to have. Winston and I, we personally trust Zander Insurance. They're great because they shop around, they'll get you the best rates possible, and they're not expensive. So for example, the average 30-year-old male pays around $24 a month for $500,000 in coverage. And you ladies, it's even cheaper for you. So for more information about Financial Peace University or Zander, make sure to click the link below. All right, you guys, it's part of the show where we get to celebrate you all. It's seriously my favorite part. I love this. You guys comment on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook with the hashtag sheworkshardsavingmoney, and we get to celebrate what you're saving up for or what you have saved up for. I love it. So Perky Mama Kate said, a day of errands and at the park doesn't mean eating out. A little preparation saves a lot. Bonus that it's a healthy lunch. Christina said, second vacation in cash in the books. See, you can travel debt-free and without a credit card. Even rented a car. That's right, you can rent a car without a credit card. Love it, Christina. Debt-free Granny said, our net worth increased since paying off our mortgage last August. The Dave Ramsey plan works. God is great. That's so fun. Amy said, last August we backpacked Europe, Paris, Eastern Germany, Venice, and Florence, all paid in cash. Couldn't have done it without your dad's principles and your encouragement to live within, below our means, and love our lives and not keep up with the Joneses. I love it, you guys. So again, make sure to post on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook with the hashtag sheworkshardsavingmoney, because we want to celebrate what you're saving up for, what you have saved up for, or even the work that you're doing. Or if you want help, if you're trying to get out of debt or get on a budget and you want to be on the show, make sure to email us below, because we'd love to have you on. So when it comes to throwing a party, remember that you make sure you have the money to do it and your motivations are pure, because you will actually be able to enjoy that party so much more. So good luck to all you party people out there. So thanks to Courtney from Pizzazzery for coming on, and thanks you guys for watching. And remember to take control of your money and create a life you love.